Anthem TV, a free streaming digital community. With a click of a mouse or a tap on your phone, you have instant access to free TV shows, movies on demand, music, pay-per-view events, and so much more. Download Anthem TV on your smartphone, smart TV, or any streaming device and enjoy instant access. Subscribe and download Anthem TV today.
Half of the
Wow.
budget that we had.
So that same guy reached out to me too. Wanted to know if we'd have Sam wanted to come and he wanted to sit in the studio with me for a full hour to promote his football camp here in town. He went to
Mhm.
Brackenridge High, for those that don't know San Antonio.
Oh, it wasn't on Sam, it was the manager. I don't want to put this on Sam. The
Well, hang
manager was
on.
stealing
Clear.
from us.
And so the manager comes in, Sam sits down, hey man, how you doing? So we do an hour and it was fine. But you know how sometimes you just meet guys and about 5 minutes later you're like, this is not a good man.
No.
Sam Hurd gave me the creeps. I'm not shitting you.
Yeah.
And it was fine. We got through the interview. I had a cowboy on. He was coming off a pretty good season, local kid. The manager looked like a first-rate fucking thug. I'm sorry, but but Sam just gave me the heebie-jeebies too. He didn't look right in the head. He just didn't look right in the face. We've all met guys like that.
Yeah.
You meet somebody at a bar, or you just meet a guy at a business
And you
meeting.
get a bad vibe.
Yeah, you get a creepy vibe. And so I was not shocked at all to find out 3 years later, 2 even, Sam got popped for running pounds of cocaine
Pounds.
up and down I-35 to Chicago because he
Right.
was a Bear by that point.
Right.
I think he signed with the Bears because the routes were easier to get to. He used the NFL to funnel his drug dealing company.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell?
He was washing it.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Crazy. The Bears paid him over $1 million that season. Why are you slinging dope? I think he got in with the wrong dudes, and he probably did it out of fear himself.
Yeah, and also when you get more money, the thugs want you to do more.
Yeah, that dude was a gangster. That dude was a gangster. All right, so it's Final Four week. Didn't mean to get off on that tangent. We do have a guest scheduled for a few minutes. Let me know when he's ready to roll around 10:30 or so. Rudy sent text. Rudy always texts me what he wants to get into. Interesting comparison. So you watched a whole bunch of Duke last night.
I watched a lot of ball last night.
Yeah, I watched. I was going back.
I want to know a little bit something about the 4 teams that are going to be here.
Nina
so
showed me
I locked in last
Nina
night.
showed me how to split screen our TV last night.
Me too.
Wow.
That's what I've been knowing how to do that, but that's what I do. That's what I do on Sundays and during tourney time. I do.
Changer from Mike.
This is the woman I live with. She's like, "Aren't there 2 games on?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just going to go back and forth." She's like, "Come here." This woman set my ass up with multi-screen. I'm like, "Baby, God damn, girl, what can I do for you?"
It's a little lame. Yeah, that's what I was doing last night.
So Rudy has an interesting comparison to Cooper Flagg.
Yeah, I think it's easy to go Bird, Dirk. That's easy. Like it's lazy.
He's better. He's more skilled.
Yeah,
than both
it's
those
lazy.
guys.
To me, I'm just talking about I'm not talking about. I don't think their games are similar. I'm just getting that same vibe that I got from Carmelo Anthony.
Whoa.
His freshman year at Syracuse when they
Whoa.
won. Now they went on to win it all, but I'm just talking about because so this is what happened. So only Melo I can remember that's at the top of my mind is Denver Knicks, right? And then for some reason, I guess my algorithm is college basketball right now because I'm talking about it. My phone hears it. So this post pops up of Melo at Syracuse because I don't remember. It's been a long time. And I'm watching it and I'm like, wait, that's what he's doing. That's what he was doing in the NBA.
Right.
He was already a pro. Like when you remember that run that Melo was on, he just looked different. Yes, there's obviously there's other guys in the collegiate ranks that are pros, but it looked different. He looked like he didn't belong. And that's the vibe I got from Cooper. I'm like, man, this is reminding me of Melo's run where it's just like, because that's like, look, first of all, you could tell he's still 70, 75%. And that's me being nice. He's still not even close to 100%.
Still dropped triples last
Yeah, the vision,
Mm-hmm.
back you down, turnaround,
He's a big kid.
threes, ball handling, leader, making everyone better. That's what it's like. I'm like, oh shit, this looks like Carmelo Anthony with Syracuse.
Damn.
So again, they still got to go through the Gators. They still got to go through Houston, whoever, Tech,
Yep.
whatever. But just watching him, I'm just like, yo, this kid, he should be in the NBA already. And I mean, and that's not anything new. I mean, you go back to last summer when he was helping Team USA get ready for France.
Yeah,
he was balling on them. So I'm not. It's not a news flash that Cooper Flag's a pro, but it's just like, wow, it's different. There's a bunch of pros that I've seen over the last couple of weeks, but Cooper's at a different tier, different category.
He's a man out there.
Yeah, he's a man, dog. It's levels to this shit, and you know, it would be probably the first freshman. What Anthony Davis did it too. I think Anthony Davis was a freshman, but he just looks different, man. He looks like Melo out there. He can do it all.
The game of the tournament so far was the other game that was going on, the Tech game. That was a goal. We got overtime. Cal shits the bed. Or did Texas Tech earn that victory?
Texas Tech earned that victory.
They played hard.
Texas Tech earned that victory. They got nothing from Hawkins. Yeah, they got nothing from Hawkins, and they still won that. Well, nothing from him offensively. Defensively,
Toppin's was off.
He's an NBA player. And then Lil Williams looked like Charles Barkley out there. And by the way, Cal, you might want to go double Williams instead of letting him back down the smaller guard for 5 minutes straight and play one-on-one basketball. Like at some point, Cal, don't you make an adjustment? You don't make any adjustments at all. But I don't want to spend too much time on Cal. I want to give the credit to Tech because when you down 14 with 4 minutes left, it's easy to mail it in. They didn't, and tend to send it to overtime and win that game. Props to Tex and punch me for talking shit too soon.
We got Mr. Canuper in here today.
What'd he do?
Is he related to Con Canuper, the Duke player?
He might be.
You said we don't get 2 white boys a year. Poor Con. He picked the wrong year because he's a lottery pick too.
He's good. He's really good.
What's Aaron's comment? 1999.
Thank you.
In the building from Aaron Canuper. I like that comment. Bookie in the building. Sorry to stop down the show. Heard at a previous podcast, Rudy, his mom worked at B&L Ray-Ban back in the 90s. Which department? I began my engineering career there from 93 to its closure in 99. Loved those people. Let me say this here before Rudy answers. That is such a ridiculous thing to put on our podcast. Something you could have emailed Rudy personally. However, you paid for it, so you are. What's the answer?
I don't remember the department. I worked over there with her. I don't remember the department.
B&L Ray-Ban.
Bausch and Lomb.
Oh, Bausch and Lomb.
Yeah. So my department, I would take the lenses, and there was this big spinning machine, and I would polish the rim so they would fit inside the frames. I don't remember what department my mom was in at Bausch and Lomb. Ray-Ban, but I worked out there with her. That's when I saw the OJ verdict. I was in the break room.
Wow.
And he was innocent. And I remember this dude walking out the break room. It's a sad day for American justice. I can still see him walking away like totally pissed off. I don't remember Canupa. I'll have to ask her. But thank you for the $20.
That was a strange day in America.
Very strange.
Very mixed day. Very divided day.
Were both of you, well, obviously, Rudy, you were alive. Michael, you were alive,
right?
Oh,
I was in college. I was at Sam Houston State.
It was 95, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I remember watching all the guys and all the people that worked at the radio station, KSHU, home of the Bearcats.
I was working there until I left to the Navy. So I was about to leave to the Navy in December. I just finished high school. So I was working with my mom at Ray-Ban, Bausch and Lomb, whatever you want to call it, until December.
The guy who was like the program director of the radio station was a young black kid from Houston. I think he wanted to be in a badass over like the box.
No shit.
But he was like hooping and hollering. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? This is ridiculous. We were divided in the radio station too. That was a hell of a day. My God. Julian B is in the building with a $9.99 offering.
You're gonna like this one.
I'm gonna bitch, but I'm gonna support Rudy. So don't hem me up. I want to support via Buy Me a Coffee, but the chats don't pop up. Tell Bookie and his off-putting laugh to get that shit fixed.
I ain't gonna bitch at you, Julian.
Punch Bookie.
What up, JB?
Is there no way we can make it where the comments will pop up, Jose?
No,
not with StreamYard.
Here, okay, let's just have a production meeting on the show right now, then, real quick. For people that want to do the Buy Me a Coffee link, maybe it's easier for them. Maybe their credit card or debit card, it's better for them to do the Buy Me a Coffee link. if we get any coffees, we promise every show will end by reading all of the coffee entries. And that means, Bookie, you've got to keep up with it and let us know when there's stuff in there because me and Rudy can't see it pop up on the screen.
Sure.
Is that a fair request by me?
Sure.
Right.
There are none so far, but we appreciate all the
All right.
chats and stuff right now.
All right.
Thank you, JB.
Thank you. Happy 8-month anniversary to member Greg. He is a member of this fine channel called Love You Hard. Speaking of memberships, we're trying to get our memberships built up. Monday, I'm going to give this away to a lucky member. I'm going to put all of our members in a hat. We have.
Can I do this? I have a method of picking.
I would love you to show me the best way to digitally do it. Let AI do it for me because I'm not gonna go get 400 pieces of paper and pull it up, put it in a baseball.
No,
I got you.
So help me out.
Put together a race.
All right, I got this badass Spurs skateboard.
Oh, you have 2 of them now.
I bought one for my kid.
Oh, gotcha.
And then, so my boy Jeff here at Pub Sports Radio has donated this one to give away to our members.
Let me hold it. Yours is kind of glary.
Here, take that. This is so cool. So if you are interested in that right there, Monday I'm going to randomly pull a member, and whoever I pull, we're going to reach out to you, and that is yours right there. So if you're not a member, here's an opportunity to win this kick-ass skateboard. You can put it on your wall or put wheels on it and skate around with it. Hot off the presses, very good bit. So become a member by clicking join on the page. Follow the link, and it's only $6 a month. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And by the way, I did send that guy a working link. You just sent him a link to a playlist, but
Really?
We're getting there. Mike.
Okay, so take the fingers back. The link didn't exactly work.
Take it back.
Take it back. I'm sorry. I'm trying, Jose.
Yeah, it's okay.
Here's
We
the
appreciate
thing.
the effort.
I don't want to always have to ask him for stuff. I want to try things myself first. I'm a grown man.
Yeah.
I would rather fuck up before I ask how to someone help me.
No, I
couldn't do that before because LG would bite my head off with a snarky comment and not give me the answer. Jose is very sweet about it. So I'm not afraid to mess up with Bouquet. LG, I was scared to death to mess up anything because I'd get treated like Bob Knight treating Steve Alford like dog shit.
Can't even ask a question.
No. Can't even.
If you mess up, that's a whole different ass chewing.
Right. You get
asking the question. Yeah, ask the question. Get your ass chewed. Do it wrong. It's like Bobby Knight.
Right. I know, right? God dang. All right, Jose, we were going to play a video. Remember that? Can we wait till later in the show to do that?
Of course.
All right, we're going to delay that. Just don't want to forget. I'm going to put an asterisk by that. I'm going to come back to that and get to it. All right. It is in the building. It is presented in part by Lone Star Nano Services, one of our brand new partners, brand spanking new, just signed up with us this month. Subscribers and also their members, which is very cool.
Mm-hmm.
It is Lone Star Nano Services. No, we're not going to cheat and draw their names because they're members and let them.
No, we can't do that.
Fairly and squarely. They wouldn't want that anyway. They're upstanding guys. All right. These guys treat roofs. And they also treat driveways, by the way, but roofs. So many times people get duped into paying ridiculous amounts of money to replace their roof when they don't really need to get it replaced. It's like going to a bad car lot and the guy's like, "Oh, you need to replace the whole engine," and really you just need an oil change.
I hate that.
That's not the case. Don't let people take advantage of you. Let these guys come out and look at your roof. They'll give you a free inspection when you mention in the building. Take a look at your roof. They're dead honest with you because they're subscribers and members of this show. They're not going to screw anybody over because they don't want that reputation. They know what they're doing. It's nano stuff that they put on your roof could save your roof between 10 and 15 years. It extends the life of your roof. Go Nano, Lone Star Nano Services. Don't replace your roof if you think it needs to be replaced. These guys can protect your roof from, we have the most volatile weather in the country here in Texas all year round. You never know what the hell we're going to get, and roofs take a beating. So go Nano. It's nanosbcs.com. nanosbcs.com or 363-4356. Area code, of course, 210-363-4356. Lone Star Nano Services. Go Nano. All right. Victor Wembanyama had surgery on his shoulder. There's not much to say.
But why did we find out is why I'm mad.
Well, the French coach let us all
That's
know.
why.
Because he wants Wemby to play in the
Euros. Hey.
No, man. No.
Hey,
no.
Frederick Fatou.
What, did you call my name? Yes, sir. What you
Kick rocks. Kick rocks. What? And he wasn't to play in the Euro basketball tournament this summer? No, sir.
No, sir.
Absolutely not. Kick rocks Fatou, however you say your name, Frederic Fatou, you, sir, can kiss our San Antonian asses.
Yes, sir.
He's not in Europe. First of all, you don't even ask certain players to play in that type of shit. Now, I get it. It's France. He's Jordan over there. He's taking over the MJ spot from Tony Parker.
Tough shit.
I get it. But at the same, like, Olympics, let's talk. World Cup, we could talk. FIBA's, like, Euro.
No, we're not doing Euro.
And why am I hearing it from him and not the Spurs?
The Spurs need to put their foot down because he's got mouth diarrhea, and the Spurs don't say stuff. The Spurs never tell us any information.
That's the only part about this I didn't like. I figured at some point he was going to have surgery, but I don't want to find out from the French basketball coach. Kick rocks, bro.
Right. He spilled the beans.
Early punch to him.
So I'm happy that Wemby had the surgery. It apparently went really great. And he says Wemby told him that Wemby wants to play in the Euros. So what? This is one of those moments where, and the Spurs are going to deal with this for the rest of his career. Hey, man, Olympics, no problem. But the Euro titles, no.
And it's a tough spot to be in.
Especially coming off the clock.
Yeah.
Man, no.
Joker,
Fuck
Luka,
that.
Manu.
Tough shit.
It's a tough spot for them to be in because their country means a lot to them, and how the people of their country feel about them means a lot to them. I get it. But there's certain stuff they're going to have to skip.
He didn't get a break at all because of the Olympics. And look what happened to him.
Yeah.
No. Can't play in the
Sorry.
Olympics. No.
Sorry, Fatou.
And what did they say caused the blood clot? Overusage. He got no downtime because he went straight from his rookie season to the French national team, which was fine. The Olympics were in Paris. I don't even really want him playing in the Olympics, but whatever. It ain't my money. But man, and hopefully Wemby can put aside his national pride. You played in the Olympics. Y'all got silver. The best you could have done against the U.S. in Paris. It'll never get any better. I don't even know where the next Olympics are. They're in L.A., I think. They're in California.
Yes, in America.
In America, whatever, like North America. Sorry, man. You got to take it easy over the summer. You have to chill. You got a blood clot because you overworked your body, and no.
Yeah.
You're only 20. Man, he's 34 like Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
Kid, you already got a blood clot? No.
Sorry.
All summer,
sorry,
Fatou. Chilling out every summer from now
on.
on.
The people of France should understand too.
They really, really should. If they really want to see Wemby have a long, great, legendary NBA career, then they should understand.
There's only 2 times I've seen San Antonio upset with Manu. One was after the 2013 finals because he had like a gazillion turnovers in that final, and the other was 2008 when they called Manu's ankle a ticking time bomb.
Right.
And he went over there anyway because he was defending his gold medal and played anyway. And of course, he blew his ankle up and wasn't right that next season.
That's right. All right, it's in the building. That's it. That's all there's need to be said about that. No,
sorry, Coach. I ain't gonna disrespect Wemby's coach, but no.
I don't know. Pop needs to get on the phone and say no. Brian Wright needs to say
this
no.
is the problem with that. You gotta let Wemby. Well, according to the CBA, you gotta let him decide. And not only that, Mike, we're in the
if they love him,
we're in the massage the ego of superstar era, and he already said, hey, I'm not going to put on a bunch of weight just because y'all tell me to. I'm not going to play center just because y'all tell me to. And if I want to play the Euro, I'm going to do it because I want. So they can't force him, because in this era, that's how you end up asking for a trade in the last year of your contract.
That's heard and understood. However, I'll see that, and I'll raise you with, you got a blood clot in your shoulder.
No. I'm saying that Pop and Brian Wright can't be like, get on the phone and be Deboing people. That's what I'm saying.
They can't Debo people, but they can say, hey, man, you had a blood clot and you're 20 years old.
Right.
Why don't you take the summer off this year and make sure it's things good?
Right.
It ain't like, had he not had any issues and he was still playing for them now, I'd have been on him I'd have been like, well, this is 2 straight summers. He's not going to get a break, but okay, he's a kid, whatever. He's healthy, whatever, but he's not healthy. He's not.
No.
So hopefully they'll be able to make this rehab really, really long and just say, oh, he would love to play in the Euros, but he's not quite ready yet because of the thrombosis. Maybe next summer, France. Maybe next summer. That's how I would handle that.
Yeah.
It is in the building, presented in part by San Antonio City Soccer, the official soccer club in the building.
That's when I think of soccer, I just think of cheers.
Vuvuzela. Chants in the crowd.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want your kid to play it in a high level soccer league?
Be placed.
Maybe you're like, well, my kid's not one of the best, but he's decent. So here's what's cool about that. San Antonio City Soccer Club is such a big club that they have levels for all levels. They have leagues, so they do it by level of play. They're not going to stick your kid out there with the next Pele. They have, and so they don't call them tryouts because you're not making the team. You're going to be on a club. They're placing you based on your ability.
Skill level, yeah.
There is a skills player placement event for both boys and girls coming up at San Antonio City Soccer. The girls are May 6th through the 8th. The following week, the boys will go May 12th through the 14th. Elite coaches, elite leagues for all levels of competitors. Register for placement events now at sacitysc.com. Go to their website. They'll have links there. Jose's posting links to it as well. He's posting pictures anyway of it. And just go to the San Antonio City Soccer Club page, and you'll see prominently there where you can sign your boy or girl up for their placement events coming up in May. Thank you to San Antonio City Soccer. All right. Now we can run that video, Jose. I wanted to delay it just for a minute. You ready for that video? Good to go?
Yeah, give me
All right.
2 seconds.
All right. Let me know when you're ready. I'm going to set this up. Have you watched this video yet?
Which one?
The one that I sent you all this morning from Mike, Big Mike.
Oh, yeah, I watched it.
Long-time member.
I'm ready, by the way. So
So
course I
I
watched
thought this might be a
Setting
good
it up.
idea, but I wanted us to vote on this as a show. Let's play it for the people. And if they think it's dumb and they don't want to do it, fine. But although their word matters, but we have veto power.
Sure.
Right? All right. So he is proposing a Mexican restaurant bracket that we can all participate in next week to celebrate the Final Four being in town.
Okay.
So this is what he offered today. This is long-time Thunderdomer and member. It is Big Mike with his Mexican restaurant proposal on.
Big Mike here. I know what my favorite Mexican restaurant is in San Antonio. Rudy, Mike, I'm sure you have your favorite, but is your favorite or my favorite the favorite Mexican restaurant of Thunderdome or San Antonio? I thought what better way to find out than do a 16-team restaurant bracket challenge to see what restaurant is the best Mexican restaurant in San Antonio. That's where you come in, Thunderdome. Below in the comments, we need you to write your favorite Mexican restaurant, and when you do, hashtag in the building. Make sure you write it down there. Let us know what your favorite is. But I also attached a bracket, a sample bracket. That way you guys can see what it's going to look like. Yes, I understand Taco Cabana is on that bracket, and they probably won't be on there during the tournament. But it's just a sample, guys. That's what it's going to look like. The bracket will come out on Sunday, and then on Monday, voting will begin. So, guys, let's find out what restaurant is the best Mexican restaurant in San Antonio. What's up?
All right, this is always dangerous. This stuff.
Yeah, because there's
There's 100.
there's
good
a
Mexican restaurants.
1,000 of them, and then the ones that don't make the bracket.
Right. You think people get pissed over NBA All-Star snubs?
Yeah.
I think we should do it though, just to piss people off.
How many restaurants?
16. He's going to post this.
Do you know how hard that is?
I know.
We need some criteria for what.
But I've known Mike a long time. He's poodle, and you can see he's a man of size. He's been to many restaurants.
Sorry, Mike.
He's a great big fat, is what I'm trying to say.
God.
Yeah.
He knows his food. He's an expert. I hate when you get these cooking shows and they got this little skinny girl on there. Fuck you know about cooking. I want Chon Chon on there.
So now let's put some criteria though. Yeah, we need criteria though.
I want big people judging my food.
What are we doing? Like fancy
Best
ones?
restaurant. It's up to you. I know it's right. It's up to him. He's gonna drop it on Sunday.
Okay.
I haven't seen the bracket. I have no idea what restaurants are on there. I'm assuming he will not put Taco Cabana on there.
So we're not gonna have any say so on what 16. It's gonna be his 16.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So he's gonna drop it Sunday, and
Then we'll do it. Then we'll pick from there.
If you decide that you like the bracket enough to actually post it up on our show, then we'll start doing it on Monday, and it'll carry the week till we get to the actual Final Four next Saturday. You down with that?
I'm down.
All right, Mike. You've been approved. You've passed level 1. Jeff sitting here, never trust a skinny cook. Of course.
That's
Of course.
not fair.
I don't
'Cause
want
some
skinny
people,
folks cooking for me.
sometimes people just have fast metabolisms.
And sometimes people just love to eat their great big fats because of it. And I want to see the bracket Sunday. And
I
if
got
we
to see his
approve the bracket-
16. I got to see his 16.
Yeah.
I'm down. First of all, I'm in, regardless of the 16.
Right.
But I know people are going to be pissed about
Right.
their favorite one being left off.
Right. And this is, I mean, if you're going to come up with a best 16 in the city, hopefully Mike's doing some extensive research.
Well, I'll
Because
say
there's
this.
100 great places to eat Mexican food in this town.
Well, I'll say this. We will have, if we post this link to our show and we run a contest,
Mm-hmm.
we'll have way more than 61 people enter. Because people care more about their Mexican food than they do NCAA.
I know.
We'll
I know.
have-
We
I feel like we'll
more
have more
six-
than 61,
We have 600,000, which is the goal.
which is the goal. That's the goal, right?
Absolutely. All right. It is in the building, presented in part by Ribaldo Realty Group, the official real estate man of In the Building, Jay Ribaldo. Speaking of eating food in this city, we owe him a lunch. Did you sign the little thing? Did you agree to go to the lunch? We'll post some pictures with our lunch with Jay next week.
I told him I'm there.
Okay, cool. All right, very good. He sent the invite. He's big on this. He's very thorough.
Yes.
And people
Good
that work
segue.
with him, people that do business with Jay, know that he's extremely thorough. He sends out invitation links. You know, me being typical, yeah, I'll be there. No, he wants you to put it in writing. He's also a busy guy.
Yeah, so he needs to
And
know
he's
if you can come or
taking
not.
an
So
hour and a half
if not,
to
I can go
fit.
sell another house.
Correct. That's right. So it needs to be on his schedule. He probably has assistants and everything. Let him know his daily stuff because he's
Oh
a busy
gosh,
guy.
yes.
That's why you just don't get to be him by sucking. And he does not. He is the bomb. It is Jay Ribaldo, the official real estate man of In the Building. Go look at all of his listings on all of his socials. Call this man if you need a real estate agent at any point in your life. This is the guy. Do not be afraid to buy a home. So many people are scared to buy a house. The best way to invest in your future, especially in this state where property only goes up in the great state of Texas. Jay Ribaldo, 210-887-1081. You can email him directly, jribaldo@kw.com, or go to his website. It is ribaldo.com, ribaldo.com.
You know what, Mike? Going back to the Mexican restaurant
Yes,
bracket.
sir. Yeah. I can
I don't-
write down
I
10
don't-
right now.
I don't know what mine is because I only go to the hole in the wall. So I don't go to restaurants. Like I don't go to the Tex-Mex restaurants. And I'm not knocking any of them. I'm just saying I go to the Jalisco that's down the street from me. And I go to a couple of the Jaliscos that are on Petranco by my house.
Correct.
I don't really do whatever. Don Pedro, Nietzsche's,
Yeah.
name them. Name one of them.
Sure. Yeah,
Rosario's.
Sure.
I don't really go there. And I'm not saying that I don't like it. I just prefer the hole in the wall places.
What about fine dining places? Really nice places, nice ambience, nice music, mariachis,
That-
high tone places.
I don't go there.
Higher tone.
I'll go to a
foods,
steakhouse like that.
Higher tone foods.
Yeah, I'll go to
Here's the
restaurants
thing,
like
Rudy.
that, but they're not Mexican restaurants.
You host a cooking show.
Yeah.
You host an eating show. So you have credibility maybe
Yeah.
because of Baseline, because of Base Bites.
Yeah.
We need to do a Rudy Inside the Loop segment on this show.
But I want to we got to do it together because I think
Yeah.
your palate's more refined.
Once or twice a month, we need to start hitting up places you've not been. Here's the catch. It must be inside 410. I give Rudy shit all the time.
all the time.
And then, of course, all you do is prove me right Saturday. What's this Pearl Brewery area? This is amazing. Have you guys been to the Pearl?
Why is he making me Carlton Banks
Rudy's
right now?
off. Have you guys been to the Pearl? Yeah, dude. We've all been to the Pearl, Rudy. Welcome to the
I
city.
never said have you
You
been.
never
I said
come
where are
inside
we? I said
410.
where am I? What is this
Mr.
place called?
Suburbia. Mr. I only go to Hole in the Wall. Yeah, outside 1604.
I d-
We need to do a segment called
Yeah.
Inside the Loop with you. And me.
Inside the loop. Let's do it.
Yes, I'm creating a new segment.
But
Inside
if
the
that
loop.
shit, once it starts taking off, we charge it.
Well, yeah, of course.
Okay.
No, but nothing's for free, player. If this don't get a sponsor within a month, we'll kibosh the segment. All right,
See,
got
you
it,
got
Mike.
people believing I don't go two square miles outside my house. Stephen Tejada, that is
You
not
would
true.
think. He acted like the Pearl had just been built last
I
month.
did. It was so cool. I was having such a good time. I was like, damn.
This is fun,
Yeah.
guys. If in case you don't know, there's a place called Pearl inside San Antonio. You should come and check that out. They've got great meat on stick. They've got a great pool.
You know-
Come on, man.
You know what's crazy? When people come in town, they're like, "Hey, what is there to do?" I always, even though I don't go,
Right.
I'll go to the Pearl.
Of course. Thank you for
But I
actually
don't
going.
go.
All right, we're going to do a segment called Inside the Loop, starring Rudy J and me soon. I'm going to start producing that.
What's that noise?
You know how I don't have anything else going on in my life.
You have a lot going
I'm not
on.
busy at all. I'm
I
going to
know.
create a new segment called Inside the Loop.
Yeah.
We're doing that shit.
Let's do it.
All right, Rudy also put on his run sheet today, which I found interesting. And then I went and I was like, what the hell is he talking about? Then I went and looked at the trailer. Rudy wanted to get in. Jose, have you seen the trailer for the new scary movie called Popeye the Slayer Man?
I have not, but the images that I was shown.
I
are
sent you some
truly
pictures.
terrifying.
Put the pictures up there. Who? Popeye means.
What are we doing here,
Look,
man?
man, look. For Mike and I, Jose, you sit your no egg eating ass to the side.
What are we
Hold
doing
on.
here?
Popeye meant too much to our childhood.
What are
To
we
Gen
doing?
Xers, Popeye is spinach and what he meant to us. He means too much to our culture as Gen Xers for some executive producers to do this shit.
Look at that chin.
Like they did, didn't they do a Winnie the Pooh scary movie too?
Yes, I did.
Oh my God.
You see what I'm
What are we
saying?
doing, man?
What are we doing? And I'm like, I can't. I will never
So
watch
he's
this. I will never
murdering
support this.
teenagers.
I need this to bomb because I don't want part two because Popeye is a cultural icon to Gen Xers. Saturday mornings, bowl of cereal. Popeye tricked us into thinking spinach was good for us.
Right.
Like, you know what I
Now
mean?
he's
Like,
murdering
and
us?
now he's killing people.
I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
And they rolled out a little
cut
can
off
of
your
spinach.
fucking head.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
Now hold on, I was into that, Mike. I was into that.
That
If
made
that
me
would-
choke.
Have
that
you ever
wouldn't bring
seen
it forward.
Popeye?
Yes, I have a story about Popeye. Shout out to Popeye. I went to Disney when I was little, as all children do, especially Hispanic children. My parents did not speak English at the time. and
Racist.
and I spoke very little English, and I kept telling them that I want to see Popeye, and they were like, "Who the fuck is Popeye?" They had no idea, and they finally saw Popeye, and I started freaking out, and they're like, "Oh, Popeye!" And then it's the whole thing.
Popeye.
Yeah, it's Popeye.
Are you bilingual?
Yeah, I speak a little Spanish. Yeah.
I have two comebacks to what he just said
Okay.
because he did say something there that caught my fancy.
Oh.
Popeye.
When you were a little boy, you didn't speak English.
So your first language was Spanish.
Yeah, I learned English through the television, as most Hispanics do.
But you don't have an accent at all.
Yeah, I grew up in Virginia.
Well, I mean, Jose
No, you sound like
Altuve's
a-
been in Houston for 20 years.
If
and you
your
don't
name
talk
wasn't
like you.
Jose, people would think you were white.
That's true.
No, he's got.
No, he don't
looks-
sound Hispanic at all.
Yeah,
bro.
Rudy, you have a white voice.
I
you
would
can say
think
it.
Yeah.
you ran a liquor store or something.
That's fair.
I wouldn't guess you were from Venezuela or a Latin American country.
That's
crazy.
nice. That's nice. Thank you.
Shit, dude. When I saw this trailer,
Did you watch? Did you get through the full trailer?
no, but I got a minute in
Yeah,
and cut it off.
me too.
Is this how our parents felt when like Nightmare on Elm Street came
Yes.
out and we went gaga and they were like, "Oh my god,
Yes.
what a dumbass looking movie."
Yes,
This is
because they
like
were
more
our parents were
stream,
like our parents thought Exorcist was dope.
and it was dope.
Yeah,
It was dope, and I ain't-
we
don't even
like
compare.
Poltergeist.
I loved Poltergeist.
Me too.
I cannot imagine this Popeye movie is anything nearly close to something. My Poltergeist was a masterpiece in horror movies.
You think so?
Yeah, this looks like some bullshit, cheesy teenage chop 'em up, throwaway popcorn movie, which is fine, but it ain't gonna be worth a damn. And I'm with you. I hope it does not. go
Yeah, I don't
anywhere.
want this.
This
To
better
go.
not.
We'll
blow up.
move on.
And
I just
you're right.
wanted to
He's
screw
taking
those
a
executive
fun-
producers.
He's taking a heroic character. He's a fucking. He's a veteran. He's a sailor.
Tell him, Mike.
What are we doing here, man?
Tell him they're
They
fucking
did
with
it to
our
Winnie
vets.
the
That
Pooh.
woke shit, that anti-America,
Don't start that
taking
shit.
an American hero and making him a murderous psychopath. This is crap.
Tell him.
Absolute
Great
crap.
forearms though.
Great forearms. Still crap. All right.
Cancerous forearms.
Yeah, very cancerous. If any people are reaching out more and more the last few days, and I'm happy how to
About
help
what?
with the barbecue.
Oh yeah.
I just had a $500 donation Wednesday from a guy called
So we got the
Rob.
briskets then. Oh no, that was half of
We're
it.
halfway to the
Gotcha.
briskets. Okay, so with all of our barbecue teams, we give away a free brisket just for signing up. You can cook that at the barbecue or not. Give it away, sell it, put it in your freezer, cook it for your kids, whatever. Just for signing up your team in the cook-off, we just give you a brisket. Those are not cheap, man, at all. Matter of
No,
fact,
they're about $100 a
it
piece.
cost us $1,000 for the brisket. And we got a guy donate five. He's like, I'm going to put $500 down toward the briskets. And I'm like, dude, thank you so much. So that means they're now only worth $500. We can get the briskets to all of our cooks in time for the barbecue. In
Five of
May.
y'all can do 100.
$500. That's it. If you're a company, you can write that donation off. It goes straight to the kids of the Red Shield Youth Center at the Salvation Army on Woodlawn Lake. Show brought to you in part by Slackers Bar and Grill. My man Frank and I talked about barbecue the other day. Frank's a barbecue man. You know, they did stuff with that Lone Star Cookers at the golf tournament. Frank wants to talk about maybe doing something for barbecue too, which I thought was cool. So I'm going to get back with you, boy, here in a week or two.
You got his number, hit him up.
It is the concert series they got at the Medical Center location. Which I'm excited
What's that
about.
other one, Jose? The one I sent you yesterday.
We got
for
every
tonight.
Friday night for the
Every Friday.
several weeks at the Medical Center location in San Antonio on Fredericksburg Road near Raising Cane's. It is Slackers Concert Series. Every Friday night, they highlight a local good band, which is very cool. We have a very underrated, we always have had a very underrated local band scene and just different bands, solo acts, multiple and ensemble bands, all whatever, local musical acts every Friday night at the Med Center at Slackers.
Tonight is the Big Bang Band.
Big Bang Band.
So head out there. If you like live cover bands, which I love,
Yeah.
because they play the hits, and that's what we want to hear when we go to concerts. Head out and check out the Big Bang Band tonight. Who was his name? Brian. Brian runs Medical Center. Guy you were ragging on for being a Mavs fan.
Yeah, poor Brian. So his cell phone.
We got to post that video one day.
I could not help from noticing.
Because he picked us up at the clubhouse.
Huh?
He picked us up at the clubhouse at the golf tournament. And I guess his phone was out.
He had his phone out, and he had Luca on his screensaver.
But as a Mav.
Which told me two things. One, he's single.
I know, because you look at my phone got my baby on it. My phone got my lady on it.
Because we're smart. You know, we know what we're doing, you know. I mean, you know, you got yours?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I got mine.
Yeah.
I ain't no dummy. So anyhow, and he had Luca in a Mavs jersey. I'm like, you need to update that phone player. He don't play for the Mavs. Yeah, I know. Dude.
I'll never be a Laker fan.
I know, dude. I know. Shout out to Brian at Med Center, and shout out to Slackers, the official sports bar of In the Building. I have another shout out. A couple of other shout outs. Anthem TV, who runs our show.
It's on live on Anthem right now.
Multiple times a day. Anthem TV. Download the Anthem TV app for free. Just yet another way to watch In the Building. I want to thank Deion Sanders today.
Yeah, you said when you text this, I was like, what am I thanking Deion for? And I love thanking Deion, but what are we doing? What's up?
This came from Rick Hill, one of the major players over at the Alamo Bowl. Emailed me this yesterday. The 2024 Valero Alamo Bowl generated a total economic impact of $59 million for San Antonio, brought 44,909 visitors to town, according to a report conducted by Economic Analytics Consulting, LLC. The impact is the second highest total in the history of the Alamo Bowl.
I would love to know who was number one, but for now, let's just thank Deion.
Well, I know it. I know who was number one. 2007, it was Texas A&M and Penn State. Penn State travels, and you know how crazy the Aggies are.
But Deion brought us $59 million.
Thank you, Deion.
No, you're not going to thank BYU?
No, they didn't have jack shit to do with that. Okay, they had folks.
A little bit, yeah. I know what you mean. Thank you, Deion.
Interest level in our bowl this year was at an all-time high because of, you say what y'all want about my man Deion. That's because of him. We had the second highest generated money. They raised a ton of money for scholars, for high school kids in the area. So thank you to the Buffs of Colorado, BYU. I remember halfway through the week, the BYU coaches like, I'm not sure anybody realizes we're here.
He did. He was
pissed. They beat the shit out of Colorado.
They beat the dog shit out of Colorado, and we saw it from the sideline.
It was the most watched Valero Alamo Bowl ever.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep. It was the highest rated non-New Year's Six day playoff. It was the highest rated bowl game, not a playoff game. It was the 12th sellout best attended non-college football playoff game with a capacity of over 64,000. They sent me all these different numbers. Basically, Colorado generated a shit ton of influence
Hey,
and
Jose,
eyeballs on the Alamo Bowl. So thank you,
I think
Deion
we started
Sanders.
this. I think Mike started this about 10:49.
Mhm.
Clip this from like 10:49
Oh,
to
send it to
10:52.
Deion.
Yeah, we're gonna send this to Deion.
All right, yeah,
Get
make
some
sure
fun.
that gets
About
clipped together.
10:49 to 10:52. Jose, that work?
I need a timestamp from the actual video, but I will make it work. Don't worry.
You
Bro,
can
that's
find
what
it.
I said. It's 10:49 to 10:52.
No. We're talking like 52 minutes into the video, not actual time.
You know
You know
what he
what?
means.
You
Go
know what
figure
the-
it out.
don't-
Figure
I know.
it
I
out.
said I'll make it work
You
right
know
now.
what?
I know what
Just
you
say
mean.
okay.
You know what?
I don't have time for old man, young man arguments about time checks. Just say okay, Jose.
Yes. By the way, you want to hear a Paterno update?
I do want to hear a Paterno update.
Apparently, they confirmed. They say we were confirmed for April 1st.
What's today?
Today's March 28th, and I look at the email above, and they say a Friday.
It clearly said Friday, did it not?
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting. Yeah, and April 3rd, by the way, it's a Thursday.
Okay, well, so what? This is why I don't promote guests.
Yeah, moving on.
Yeah. Just
So
wanted to
his
let you know.
people had the wrong date.
I guess so. So I guess he's gonna come on April 3rd.
That's funny because I sent 5 emails back and forth yesterday talking about today. Let me jump into that email chain when the show's up.
Okay, sorry. April 1st. Yeah, April 1st, Tuesday at 11.
It's not a
I don't
Friday.
think I'll be available.
Right.
I don't think I'll be available. This show's available every day on many outlets, including Spotify and Apple and iHeart and all the others as part of the Believe Podcast Network. We also stream daily on X and Facebook. We have multiple shows on our station, including the Baseline Bums, aka the College Basketball Gurus. Hell, they ought to quit talking Spurs and just talk college hoops, which they have a little bit. And you can listen to our show every Thursday on In the Building Radio on KLMO Radio in San Antonio, Texas. They also are on stations in Corpus Christi, El Paso, Uvalde, Victoria. Me and Rudy.
We gave y'all the members
We
yesterday
working it.
an hour,
Hour-long members only. We're
and
working.
it was really us.
You're damn right. Absolutely, we're working. All
Can
right.
I give
good
you
deal.
a coffee update?
I would love a coffee update. Sure.
Someone's tried to sneak one past me. So
Okay.
An early test.
Don't get offended by Julian. He gave us money. So
An early
what is
test.
it?
Shout
Okay.
out to him. He says coffee is someone, not even Julian. Who knows? I'm gonna guess
Someone.
Julian.
Okay.
Someone.
Yep.
Coffee test to keep Bouquet honest. Shout out to you for the 10 coffees there.
All right.
Someone.
Oh, he bought
thank you.
10? Oh, that's badass. Thanks, Holmes.
Thank,
Thank
you.
you, someone.
Now,
What are those a piece? $2.99 a piece?
$3.
$3? Dude, thank you, Holmes. Appreciate
Appreciate
that.
you.
Thank you, Holmes.
Now look. No, don't put that down.
By
don't
the way,
put that down.
by the way, I owe him a coaster.
You do.
That guy, that's who won in the building coaster. I've got your address. It's on my list of 800 things to do. I plan to go to the post office today or in the morning. What's that?
Let me see that. That.
A
You
water?
know. Yes. Look at this shit, y'all.
What are you talking about?
Look at this shit, y'all.
This
It's
is,
like you-
this is
okay,
not,
keep
this
it-
is not in the run sheet.
Keep in mind when you walk into a store, there's 200 basic waters that you could grab.
Rudy,
This guy goes and grabs the cardboard just water. And if I'm not mistaken, in this what's his name's? Will Smith's sons?
you gonna bag on my water?
I'm just wondering what made you. I think this is Jaden Smith's water.
I didn't know that. Just Water is Jaden Smith.
I think we can look it
I
up.
didn't know that.
I'm just
It's good water. It's
Oh,
100% natural spring water.
see this. When you see what happens when you're an 09er? You see what happens when you're an 09er?
Recycled cardboard here.
You see? Have
Don't
some
blame
09ers.
me for the earth going to shit. Rudy, you know I'm a conservation.
Do you have a recycle bin at your place?
Okay.
And
This
by
is-
the way,
this
you're
is-
right, Rudy.
Okay.
It is just Jaden Smith, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
you're right.
okay, I didn't know that. Well,
Awesome, go
shout
ahead.
out to Jaden Smith. Please don't slap Chris Rock in the face like your pops. The condoplex I live at does not have recycling.
Ooh.
I don't love it. However,
In the 09, no recycling?
not in my neighborhood, not in my apartment complex. However, it's a known fact with us conservationists because I've done a lot of research on where the recycling bins wind up. 90% of that shit still winds up getting thrown with the regular trash. It's all bullshit.
Interesting.
So y'all
fun
don't
fact.
sweat that. Yeah.
Interesting fun fact. I didn't know
We
that.
have a see you just triggered me. We have a trash pile. If you were to go to the Pacific Ocean
Mhm.
with a giant, if God came back with a giant net the size of the Pacific and swooped the Pacific Ocean,
It's all water bottles.
the size of the trash in the Pacific is 3 times the state of Texas. All right. So I appreciate people that I'm gonna make sure you put your plastic on the
There's
bin.
people get mad about that.
90% of that still winds up at the damn regular dump and gets burned.
Didn't know that. Where he's
Yeah.
from.
Anyway, you give me shit about my water. I'm
Nah.
supporting black businesses. I didn't even know it.
Uh,
There you go. Good spin. Good spin.
hey, you know what? Give me some for that. Fuck that. Give me some for that.
Good spin.
Granted, his daddy's worth $800 million, but I'm still sporting.
Speaking of waste, I've decided, and I've only taken one, Mike, since we're talking waste.
Right.
My algorithm got screwed up, and I saw what these cruise ships, the waste that they dump into the ocean. I'll never take a cruise again.
Rudy.
Again, I've only taken one. I took my kids on a
Yeah.
Disney cruise, and that's when I ended up getting arrested. So that's another reason I'll never go. But number two, I just because it's just not something that I think about. But I saw this cruise ship
Mhm.
dumping its waste into the ocean,
Yeah.
and it's shit because it's all the shit's got to go somewhere. It's awful. And there's what, 1 million of these cruise ships cruising our oceans.
Yeah.
It's bad.
So
It was like, I want to say it was like 30,000 or 300,000 gallons of waste
Mhm.
per ship.
I would take a cruise. But, and while I don't love the fact that that's not how we're going to clean the earth, by the way.
Okay.
It's up to governments to clean the earth.
Oh,
It ain't
okay.
up to the individual. They put too much shit on the end. Oh, you need to quit drinking out of you
So I shouldn't blame Royal Caribbean, is what you're saying,
No, you shouldn't. You should blame the governments of this world that don't give a shit about the
because they
earth.
could tax them.
China, I'm talking to y'all.
Shit.
Oh no.
India, I'm talking to y'all motherfuckers. Y'all don't give 2 shits about this planet. You know, in the United States, we take it on, we get all the most blame. Bullshit. We don't emanate half what China emanates.
And waste?
Waste.
Oh, gotcha.
Them people, they trash the ocean way worse than we do.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be racist. I ain't got nothing to do with Chinese people, the Chinese government. They don't give a shit about this earth.
Gotcha.
And in the Indian government, Mr. Modi, he don't give 2 shits about this earth. But we the ones that get, Trump gets shit because he pulled out of the Paris Accord, which I don't agree with at all. But we're part of the problem, but we ain't the problem.
Sorry,
You know,
AD.
that's on
Sorry, Renee.
that's on the Indian government.
Sorry, AD.
That's on the Indian government.
I just say you
not on
look
the
like
Indians.
Saudi Arabians.
It ain't on the Indians.
Mike's talking about your
It's on
president.
the Indian government. It's a pet peeve of mine. All right. I got a quote of the day here. Quote of the day. Still in Dan Patrick's bit. Mark Cuban has decided, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going scorched earth. When this Luka trade first went down, Cuban let it be known, didn't really
Mhm.
love the trade, but didn't say a whole lot. Couple 3 weeks went by. We got the sense Mark was not
He
happy.
wasn't happy with it.
I remember the day we did a show the next day. I'm like, I feel bad for Mark because he's sick about this trade.
That was his prized possession.
He didn't come out and say much. He just let it go. A few weeks ago, Mark being Mark, he's gotten older. He's not the old Cuban that we know and love around here in San Antonio. A few weeks go by. He's seeing Luka in LA and seeing all that hype and all that. Not that the Lakers are playing very good right now, but still.
Got buzzer booty last night. Go ahead.
Then Mark decided last week he went on a local TV station in the Metro 6 and was a little more harsher. No, I didn't like the trade, but what are you going to do? I'm only 33% governor now. Didn't love the trade, but hopefully the Mavs will keep going forward and everything will be fine. Well, all of a sudden this quote comes down here last night. He decided, you know what? Fuck these people. Cuban's done. He's just had it. Quote from Mark Cuban. He said last night he did not realize that he was not going to be still in control of basketball when he sold to the Adelson family, because they immediately put Nico Harrison in at GM and took away all Mark's power. He's still part owner, but he ain't running the show. Cuban quote: I fully expected to run basketball. The NBA wouldn't let me put it in the contract. They took it out. I thought the Adelsons would stick to their word because they didn't know the first thing about running a team. Someone obviously changed their mind. He threw the NBA under the bus. Said the NBA told Cuban no, because Mark had an agreement with the Adelson family that he would continue to run the Mavericks.
Right.
And the NBA is like, nah. According that's what Mark says. The NBA kiboshed it. Nico Harrison's going to run it. Where did Nico Harrison work for a long, long time as a major executive?
NBA.
Nike.
Nike? Okay.
Nike. The NBA wanted the Nike guy running a team.
Don't do this, Mike.
That's
Don't
what Cuban said, Rudy. That's
but
what
this
Cuban
is also
said.
the same guy that feels like they fixed the finals for D Wade in 06. He's always felt like the league is pro LA. So this is
Aren't they?
this is on
But
brand.
are they not? Are you sure the league's not pro LA?
I can
Are we
say
sure about
say
that?
confidently they're not when you kibosh Chris Paul going there.
No. He did. But that old man's
And the
dead.
Lakers have
We've
won.
established that guy's dead, and the
Yeah.
new guy's. I like Adam Silver most days, but he's soft when it comes to players and
Adam Silver soft. He's soft.
soft.
He's a players commissioner. He's the only players commissioner. The rest of them bootlick the owners. So yes, if you want to call him soft because of his pro player stances, sure, he's soft.
All I can tell you is what's happened. Right, a former Nike.
They wanted Luka at a Nike. Okay,
a former Nike, and what's Luka's brand? Adidas.
Jordan.
Okay.
It's kind of Nike, but it's not Jordan. I don't know the whole Jordan Nike.
It's also it's an LA thing. So
Right.
So the best two teams in the league are Oklahoma City and Cleveland. Oh boy. Okay. All right. The best friend of the Lakers general manager happens to be the general manager of the Mavericks, who used to work together with him when Kobe was alive at Nike.
No, that shit is not right.
All right.
That part of it, the Rob
And then
Pelinka
throw in-
Nico is
and
not
now
right.
Throw in Cuban saying the league wouldn't let me run the Mavericks. They forced Nico. I had no say in that. Cuban's about to sell all of his shares. He's done.
Mm.
There's no way you say the NBA is going to find the shit out of him, by the way. I don't think he cares. Look for another big Cuban fine. You can't just accuse the NBA of some shit like that. I'm not
It's
telling you
interesting.
I believe one conspiracy theory is crazy, but a bunch of them in the same year that all lead to one thing, those are things that make people go,
Sure.
right?
Again, Nico definitely hooked his homie up. That part, I mean, yeah, Nico
Definitely.
hooked Pelinka up, but
Right.
it's still while I understand where Cuban's coming from, and I think there's something to that, it still don't guarantee a title.
No,
They
it
don't even
doesn't.
guarantee him getting
don't
to.
care
They don't
about-
even guarantee him
Ain't
getting
about
to the
that.
finals.
It's about the Lakers having another marquee name as LeBron
For the
James
next
gets
10
ready to
years.
retire.
Because because it wasn't gonna be AD.
That's a lot of smoke, man.
Might be a fire. Is that what
My
you're
brother
saying?
texted me earlier today, never watching another NBA game again.
Matthew,
Yeah.
you quitter. He's such a Gen Zer. How old is he?
He's 40. How about my brother? He's 42.
Well, he acting
43.
like a Gen Zer. Because the thing is that you should have been watching anyway, Matt. Because it's been that way.
Man.
Wow.
I mean, just a lot of shit, man. Been a weird year. You know what? I hope it's Cleveland, Oklahoma City in the finals.
I do
And I hope
too.
it's the lowest rated finals in the history of the
It's-
league.
well-
And I hope Sprite gets mad and pulls out.
Well, guess what? It's gonna be Boston and whoever comes out the West because Cleveland stinks.
You think they stink?
They don't stink. They're not real. They're not ready.
The Thunder are
Nobody.
good.
Yeah, nobody's beating Boston. Not in the East. If Boston loses, it's going to be in the finals.
Yeah, when the Celtics decide to play.
when they get ready to play, nobody's beating the Celtics. They're too deep.
You're
They're
right
too
about
good.
that. You're
Yeah.
right about that. And I'm not even saying I agree with all these conspiracy theories. That's just a hell of a lot of smoke.
It's a lot.
All that shit's so intertwined, man.
And when you got the Lakers going out in the first round of the Denver Nuggets, it does hurt your product. In a league where a lot of people are already out anyway,
Sure.
and all of your ratings come from digital. Now, those ratings that they get from digital are amazing. They're amazing. They're through the roof. But
Yeah.
when people are already out and then you don't got nobody to hate, like,
Yeah.
do I really care about Shea Gilgeous and Jason Tatum? No,
No.
not
really.
most people.
Not
I
really.
do. Not most people. Go
No,
ahead.
not most. And they got you. They ain't worried about
Yeah, they ain't worried about me. I'm not the target because I ain't going anywhere.
got pissed and made my paper fly off the
Damn,
table.
how'd that happen? Okay.
I got pissed. It does piss me off though. That's it. All right, let's do some punching, shall we? It is time for People I Want to Punch, presented by the Law Office of Orlando Kill. the official family lawyer in the building. Sir, who are you punching today and why?
I'm going to punch one Bubba Watson.
Golfer.
Yeah, but golfer, 2-time Masters champion, great content creator, great dude. I love Bubba Watson. And when I love people, I punch them.
Okay.
He says, quote, I know Tiger did some stuff in 2000, but Scotty's 2024 year was the best we've ever seen.
Okay.
Scotty Scheffler's run in 2024 is not raising purses. Scotty Scheffler's 2024 isn't making people that don't even play golf sit down and watch golf. Okay, if you're just talking about golf, like the actual golf, all right, I can hear where he's coming from. Bubba forgotten more golf than I know, but there's nothing like the run we saw Tiger go on in the 2000s. I don't give a damn how many tournaments Scotty Scheffler won. Like you can't just leave out the impact. You can't leave out everything that came along with Tiger Woods during that time. And just like, oh, well let's just keep it golf. Like it's even the same thing with Mike and Bron, like, yes, Bron, when you look at the numbers, you look at basketball, you look at what he's done between 94 feet. Oh my God. But MJ's impact is just different. Tiger's impact is just way different than Scotty Scheffler, because I could wait till 5 o'clock and this bar fills up and I'm like, hey man, what's your thoughts on Scotty Scheffler? And 9 out of 10 people are going to ask me, who is that? So, okay, I see where Bubba's coming from, but I'm still going to punch you for putting anybody from this era. You could put anybody, you want to put Jack in Tiger's conversation, I'm cool with that. But what we're not going to do is take 1 year from Scotty Scheffler and compare it to Tiger Woods. I just can't do that. So punch Bubba Watson.
All right. I'm going to punch the Emperor of Japan, Naruhito.
What'd he do?
His government. All right, I'm going to read you the story.
Okay.
You know how we always hear about these dudes that wind up in prison and then years later they get exonerated through DNA evidence and they spend 22 years in prison and shit like that? Check this out. This poor old man, Dateline CNN, Tokyo, Japan, a Japanese man who spent more than 40 years on death row until he was acquitted last year, has been awarded $1.4 million in compensation.
That ain't enough.
That is not nearly enough.
It should be $1 million per year.
That comes out to $85 for each day he was wrongfully convicted.
Yikes.
Get the fuck out of here, cheap bastards. Former professional boxer Iwo Hakamata, who's now 89 years old,
Poor guy.
was sentenced to death in 1968 for a quadruple murder, despite repeatedly alleging that the police had fabricated evidence against him. Once the world's longest-serving death row inmate, he was acquitted after a DNA test showed that the blood-stained clothing which was used to convict him was planted along with the victims' bodies. The cops set this man up in 1968. He was a rising pro boxer in Japan. This old man
Sounds like the mob.
has been locked up since 1970 on death row, finally gets acquitted. He's on his damn deathbed. He's 89 years old. And they're going to give him 1.4
Well, maybe they gave him
million?
1.4
That's
because
bullshit.
he ain't gonna get to all the
Yeah,
money.
but he can take care of his grandbabies.
Yeah,
and
man.
stuff. Yeah.
Those
that's
are
some cheap
those stories
shit
are
right
heartbreaking.
there.
Like,
$85 a day? Come on,
imagine
man.
doing 40
That's
years and you're
bullshit.
innocent. I couldn't.
I would have killed myself.
Yeah.
Maybe by now.
You're right. Me too, Mike.
That's awful. Terrible. All right, Orlando Kell, man, if you have a woman who tried to set you up for homicide, probably ought to consider divorcing her. So call Orlando Kell, the official family lawyer. Orlando specializes. Now, he takes on all comers because he's great. He's been practicing family law in this town going on 26 years now. Proud graduate of UT Law, which they just don't accept any old Tom, Dick, and dumbass.
It's hard to get into UT.
And 26 years this man's done family law in this town. He's seen it all. He can handle it all. He's a killer in the courtroom, and he specializes in dads. He really wants to help dads that get behind the 8 ball because in the state of Texas, God knows if you've been a dad who went through a divorce in this state, if that woman wants to, she can F you over with a Bushido knife. Let Orlando Kell step in and prevent that. 210-775-4995. Email the man directly, orlandokell@gmail.com. That chapped my ass when I
No,
saw it.
that's heartbreaking.
89.
Like, it ain't even about
Here's
the money.
1.4 million. It's bullshit.
Yeah, the money is the one thing, but to be like framed and like
Mhm.
your blood is on these people's clothes and the bodies are at your crib. So like nobody that has two ears will listen to you that you're innocent.
Yeah, right.
That's got to be awful.
Pull up Steve's post there, Jose, so we can read it. All right. Steven Tejeda is in the building.
What up, Steven?
$9.99. If we can, pour one out for a San Antonio Fire Department legend, Ron Floundered Carrillo. He epitomized the brotherhood, served our city proudly for over 30 years. He will be deeply missed. Rest easy, my friend.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Ron Floundered Carrillo.
Thank you, Stephen, for the post.
Rest in peace. Thank
Appreciate that, Steve, for bringing that to our attention. We're big with the firefighters in this city.
You did go over there and get on the truck.
and
Did you do some pull-ups and push-ups and pull ropes and water hoses?
Man,
couldn't do it right.
Fuck no, I could not do that stuff. The one that got me the most was you had to climb up. So you have to have the ability to jump through a window in a house. I got like on the first floor. I couldn't get my big ass belly over the damn ledge. I got up. Come on, Mike. You can do it. You can do it. Come on, Mike. Come on. And by the way, I'm in 50 pounds of fire gear. I flopped 3 times. And they just like, they didn't laugh, but they laughed.
They laughed.
I would rather them laugh than like, geez, dude. I thought
no,
you were
firefighters. That's why they have calendars and stuff.
They made fun of my ass.
What is it? Oh, flounder, not flounder.
Yeah, they let me climb up the ladder too.
That's scary.
The big, huge
I ain't doing
ladder
that.
on the top of the truck.
That's scary.
I climb my ass up halfway, all the full gear on and everything. What these guys do.
No, I know. I when I did the
Mad Love.
What is it? The bomb department at Nellis Air Force Base in Vegas, and they gave me their bomb suit.
Yeah,
85 pounds. I don't know where I'm supposed to. If I got somewhere to be, or if like the bomb about to go off, and my ass ain't getting away in 85 pounds, and these dudes are doing pull-ups in it.
What do you have to take a leak?
You just piss yourself until the bomb's diffused.
By the way, speaking of death penalty, the poor guy in Japan. So maybe we were talking about death penalty the other day. Remember the guy was it North Carolina who elected to get shot?
Yeah.
So they made some history last week in the state of Louisiana. There was this guy who offed a bunch of people, and they put him down with nitrogen gas. And there were people that were saying before the execution, this is not right. This is inhumane. And the state of Louisiana was like, nah, it's humane. It's fine. He's not going to suffer much.
Well, I would think it's kind of like when you're like, your lady has some, when you get the thing, they tell you to count backwards from 10. You're out by 3.
The dentist.
Yeah, you're out by 3, right?
Well, see, that's not.
I don't know. I don't know how nitrogen how that works.
People that were in the room, there was one guy. He was lower than a crippled cricket's ass. He was like, that was not right. I watched that, and there was witnesses in there.
Yeah.
So what it does is the nitrogen gas, when you get too much of it, right? If the dentist office just put you to sleep, they were killing this motherfucker.
Yeah.
The more gas they pump in, it's basically sucks all the oxygen out. So you asphyxiate on the table.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. I'm not saying he don't deserve it, but I don't want to see that.
He suffered. I'm enthralled by death penalties and how they carry them out. And I was enthralled by the guy in the Carolinas who elected to get shot with the pinpoint gun, like the digital gun or whatever, to the heart. This homeboy got nitrogen gassed. He suffered. He was gagging and choking.
Yeah.
They asphyxiated his ass. I mean, look, I'm pro death penalty, but can we just stick a needle in their ass and put them to sleep like a dog? I don't want to. There's something to be. Look, and these mass murderers, these quadruple murderers, these child murderers and stuff. I'm okay with, and I've ridden the fence a lot in my life on death penalty, and I'm fine. I'm pro death penalty. I'm not like a fuck yeah death penalty. Yeah.
I'm not going to get on top of the roof and scream hell yeah, but I'm pro death penalty as well.
The thing is, I want to make just my biggest beef is we cannot have anybody wrongfully convicted.
That's the
If you're
problem.
going to put someone down,
You have to be
it has to be
right.
no question. Fuck. Oh, that's our system. 12 jurors. Fuck that. I need overwhelming
Yeah.
evidence.
I don't trust humans.
No. So that being said, though, there's something. While I agree that as a society we have a right, God-given right, to kick people out of our nest, so to speak, we're not them. So we're not. These guys should not be suffering. Not that they don't deserve it. It's that as a society, we'd have to have a humane execution, if such a thing is even possible,
Yeah.
which I don't even know. Stick a needle in his arm, put him to sleep like a dog at the pound, and be done with it, bastard.
Yeah.
But this making people suffer, shooting folks in the chest, asphyxiating folks with gas. Come on.
I knew
You
I was
can't do it.
I knew I was a pizza on my former station. Won't say the company, but there was a
What?
they make meat out of animals, out of
Oh.
exotic animals, cows,
Oh, okay.
everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I'm doing a remote there, and they say, let's show you how we put down cow.
Mhm.
Mike, when I tell you, I'm again,
You don't want to see that.
I was this like, and the other cows are in the behind them freaking out because they, even though they don't know, they know.
Mhm.
So they're freaking out, going crazy, and then boom, they shoot this cow in the head, and his tongue is wagging,
Yeah.
and then they go and hang him up, and they skin. It was like I'm not a vegan, like I'm going to continue to eat meat, but seeing that, I was bothered. But again, I'm a pizza, and I'm a city boy. You know what I mean? That's normal. That's how we eat. Like, that's Rudy. It's got to happen. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not bothered by it. I'm not triggered by it. But seeing the cow get popped in the head, and the 3-4 of the cows in the stables behind them freaking out because they know they're about to die is weird. It was weird, and I was traumatized, bro. Literally traumatized for about a good week. But again, I'm fine with it. We
Mhm.
gotta eat. I'm not upset, but it was just like weird seeing it.
My first ex-father-in-law raised cattle. He had like 4 or 5 at a time on
Yeah.
his property up in Fort Worth. And he would take it once a year, depending on the season or whatever, he would take one of his cows and have it processed. We call it processing.
Processing. Yeah,
not
that's
murder,
yes.
not murder. We
Yeah.
processed it.
You're right. That is Mike. You're right. That's the word they use.
Yeah.
They're like, let's show you how we process it, Rudy. I was
And-
like, okay.
And they asked me, did I want to go in there and watch? Fuck no, I don't want to watch. I'm gonna eat the motherfucker,
Yeah, me too.
but I ain't watching.
I don't need to see
You
how
can
it's
do,
made.
but you can love to eat it without watching how they do it.
Dude,
It's the whole phrase. I don't
Yeah.
want to see how the sausage gets made.
this place
No, you
made
don't.
this place made zebra.
Whoa, to eat?
Yeah, I've had zebra sausage, zebra
Are you
patties.
serious, dude?
I've had zebra patties.
That's legal.
I guess so.
Is that moral? You ate zebra?
Yeah, because I didn't know. Like, he gave me a bunch of meat, and so I just started cooking stuff because I'm thinking it's either venison or cow.
Mhm.
And next thing you know, like, I'm cooking this thing.
The
And I'm
Michael
eating
Vick
it.
processing center.
Yeah, I'm
What are we
eating it. I'm
talking
like,
about?
yo, this ain't bad. And then I looked at the package to check the macros, and it had zebra on there. So
Oh my.
yeah, I've consumed zebra.
Huh. Mark that on the tape. Dude. What?
And I was weirded out. It's not cool.
First of all,
Zebras,
think-
well, lions eat them.
Well, I know lions do eat them.
What does
Dogs
that
eat
even
their
mean?
shit, you know. Huh. I'm throwing it back. I can't believe that this is a legal thing. Please don't say the name of this place.
No,
I can't unless
they're a little bit
unless I'm
outside
just
of San
being-
Antonio.
Unless I'm being naive. It can't be legal to eat zebra meat.
It's exotic meats.
I went up to see my mother one time.
Mhm.
Drove all the way from San Antonio to spend 2 days with my mama in the ghetto. And she's like, go in there and get you something to eat if you want to. I'm like, all right. I went in there and checked her fridge, and there was a big old thing. She's like, she's like, there's some roast in there. I'm like, okay, is it cooked already? Yeah, it's wrapped up in the foil. And so I'm like, oh, that sounds pretty good. And she's like, I made potatoes and carrots and stuff. I don't want to eat it, but you can have all you want. I was going to give it away. I'm not eating it. I go, you're not eating it? No. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. I reach in there and pull out this big old wad of foil with meat in it. I pull it out. Oh, great. I'm going to have me some roast. And as I pull it out, I noticed that someone had taken a Sharpie and written on the foil, Cougar roast.
Cougar?
Cougar roast. I'm like, Mom, what's cougar roast? I just thought it was some sort of like different kind, like a different flavor or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a Badger roast. Maybe there's a San Antonio roast. Maybe it has to do with where it's from.
Yeah.
I'm like, Mom, what's Cougar roast? It's at Cougar roast.
Okay.
What you mean? Why does it say Cougar roast? It's Cougar roast, mijo. Okay, hang on. Let's stop. Let's talk about it. Let's talk for a second. Cougar roast, and then it came from a restaurant called Cougar Roast Factory. No, she's like, nah, I don't want to eat it because I don't know if I should eat it, but you can. I'm like, oh, okay, I can. So I'm like, wait a minute, are you telling me that this is feline?
Yeah.
That this is roast? This is cougar meat? Oh yeah, they shot a cougar and they brought it from Mexico. My neighbor brought it. What the fuck are you talking about? Where am I at right now?
So you didn't eat it?
No, dude. No, my mom. Do not give this to anybody. Well, shit, I did. They brought it to me. I thought it was fine. Are you going to eat it? No, I'm not eating it. You're not. Why not? I don't know if I can eat cougar.
Yeah.
No shit. No one should eat cougars.
Yeah, no.
You don't eat cats. And look, I know they eat horses in Canada, but zebra?
Wait.
That's a little over the
So
top.
time out. Let's pause there.
Okay.
So on Game of Thrones, the few seasons of the one season I watched, they ate horses. So they really eat horses in real life. That wasn't just a Game of Thrones thing, like to make the show
they
cool.
Eat horses. Canadians eat horse meat on occasion.
Now that's not right.
I couldn't eat no horse on moral grounds. I like horses. I just wouldn't do it. I'm not saying it's good, it's bad for you, but eating cats cannot be good for the human body. Like I was not going to touch no cougar. I ain't trying to start no new epidemic.
Them boys down in the sticks in Alabama and Mississippi, they eat raccoon. They fried up.
Yeah, they got one eye up here and one eye down here, motherfucker. Actually, come on in the house, have y'all some victuals. It's time for supper.
You like rabbit?
Never had rabbit.
Never had rabbit.
I would try it. Never had it. I don't believe.
You like cabrito? I like cabrito.
I do like cabrito.
When it's done right.
Yes, sir.
I like cabrito.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Absolutely. No problem eating goats. I ain't eating cats. And
I'm not eating no cat. And I ain't eating no, and I didn't finish the zebra, by the way.
All right. Well,
it was weird.
Puma, he ate dog.
Mm-hmm. Where?
China.
On purpose?
He had to. He felt pressured.
Yikes.
Puma was on a missionary trip when he was a high schooler. He went to China, way out in the middle of the fucking.
They don't really eat dogs.
Way up,
that's
Rudy.
That's stereotypical urban legend shit.
No, they knew these American missionaries were coming, and so they made this big feast for the visitors in this jungle way the fuck up in the mountain somewhere. They're doing missions work, trying to get these damn Buddhas to convert to Christianity or whatever. And they went out and they prepared one of the family doggos. They prepared one of the family dogs.
I would have just starved. I would have offended them.
Yeah. There ain't no way to segue into the Texas Cheer Liquor segment. I'm just going to do it. This show is brought to you in part by Texas Cheer Liquor, the official liquor store of In the Building. Whether you need something to wash down your zebra or your cougar, they got something you can pick to wash it down with. Maybe some fine white wine.
What do you pair zebra? What bourbon do you pair zebra with?
I think you drink wine with zebra.
Yes.
Yeah.
It may take some of the gaminess off because it was kind of gamey. So I was like, oh, this is not bad. Let me see what the macros. And it was like zebra.
Yeah.
And exotic antelopes and shit.
Bourbon goes with steak, but
bourbon is steak.
Yeah.
Fish is
wine, white wine.
Chicken.
Beer. I drink beer when I eat chicken.
Okay. Like Italian food. What's with Italian food?
Wine. Red or white.
A Cab, Merlot.
Sure. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Are you a Cab guy or are you a Merlot guy?
I like Pinot Noir.
You're a Pinot Noir guy.
Yes, sir. That's I'll drink.
So is that dry or is that, let's have the wine conversation. Is it a Pinot dry or is it bitter? Or is it sweet? What is a Pinot?
It's more bitter than those other two things you said. Yes, sir.
So you don't like the blends?
I don't.
You're not a red blend.
I don't love it. No, I like straight out dry or bitter red wine from Italy, France, all that shit.
I get a lot of people requesting Greece and Italy.
Okay.
Wine, and I'm like, damn, I got to get more up to date on my wines.
I like wine. I like nice sweet wine from a lot of the Texas winers we got around here. They make some plum and some raspberry wine. I'll do that. But when it comes to wine, red, Pinot Noir.
Okay.
Unless I'm eating fish and it's white. Yeah, I like Chardonnay with my fish.
I like a good Chard. A lot of the Texas Cheer liquors have great wine selections.
Sure do. So make sure whatever ones you get at any of the 7 Texas Cheers, 5% off at all Texas Cheer liquors. All right. Big thanks as well to our brand new sponsor. We're giving them double love this week because they're brand new.
Double up.
Brand new. Lone Star Nano Services. Are you a homeowner? Are you looking to extend the life of your roof by as much as 10 to 15 years? Don't be replacing a roof and spending thousands and thousands of dollars if your roof does not need to be replaced. No, they'll come out and inspect it. And if your roof's just literally a hole in the wall and it needs to be replaced, they'll tell you we can't protect this, but most roofs can be protected if you go Nano. They put this stuff on your roof and it protects it from these volatile Texas weather scenes we have here in this state. It is Lone Star Nano Services, a free roof inspection for any subscriber to In the Building or Love You Hard TV or the bums. Just subscribe to the channel. A free inspection from Lone Star Nano Services, 210-363-4356 or nanosvcs.com. Go Nano. All right. What are y'all doing this weekend?
What am I doing this weekend? I don't know. We're not big planners.
Okay.
We're like a feel. Like, if I get home, she gets home, we're like, we'll just hang out here.
That Pearl Brewery thing was a feel.
Oh, I'm not doing that 2 weeks in a row. I'm gonna play some golf Sunday with my wife's cousin.
All right.
Play some golf Sunday, but
we're
Friday,
going to
Saturday.
Houston tomorrow.
Who?
H-Town.
Oh, SneakerCon.
I got SneakerCon tomorrow in Houston.
You rolling, right?
I'm gonna be hanging. I'm gonna be. I'll bring some stuff Monday.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Bring me
Jose, what are you doing? Betting on baseball all week?
Yes, and I'm playing golf on Sunday
All
as
right.
well already.
Where?
So out there, Cedar Creek.
All right.
You ain't ready for Cedar Creek.
I'll be in
That
there.
motherfucker gonna eat your ass up. Hey,
Rudy likes to talk shit without any information. I love it. I love it.
Zero information.
He may be awesome.
He may be great.
Well, y'all ass ain't ready
Your
for
ass
Peter.
ain't gonna do shit. That's how I know I'm getting old.
All right. I know.
Like, you ain't had no pussy.
Pops over here hating on everybody. Nobody can do shit unless he's seen you do it. If he ain't seen you, you suck.
I'm old as fuck, man. Damn.
All right, we're done. See y'all Monday. Love you hard. Have a good weekend.
Anthem TV, a free streaming digital community. With a click of a mouse or a tap on your phone, you have instant access to free TV shows, movies on demand, music, pay-per-view events, and so much more. Download Anthem TV on your smartphone, smart TV, or any streaming device and enjoy instant access. Subscribe and download Anthem TV today.